Hi folks, I'm going to show you the setup that I've got for Buddy here, the good things about it and how I change it and set it up and all of that sort of stuff. I'm not an expert at this is the first time I've ever had a crow, so I'm fudging it as I go, probably making mistakes that some people won't like, but it is what it is, and if you watch my videos you'll learn in an hour what's taken me days to learn. Okay? I was very lucky that I had this mesh here in the backyard. I've stitched it together with cable ties. It's the width approximately of hand towel, which makes ease of changing everything. And especially here I don't need a hinge. It's actually hinging nicely on the plastic. So this is a tray that I put all the slaters in and mix them into the sawdust into his tray. And he digs about in all of this. You can see if I shake it, it might be a bit far away, but you can see the slaters in there, and he digs in there looking for slaters when he's hungry. This is his sort of bed that I made for him. This bed is just, I'll just quickly unroll it and show you if I can find the end. There it is. So it was just a piece of cloth, a rag. I didn't really get all that. And then I rolled it up like that. And then I just a bit more. And then approximately the same width as the back of the cage there. I just twist it up like that. Originally I did that as a nest, and then I stuffed that in there just to reduce the height a little bit. But as things are, he doesn't use it as a nest. Well, it is a sort of a nest, but he doesn't sit inside it. He walks around the rim and he poos into the middle, and it keeps where he's walking kind of clean, and not always, but most of it and the majority of the poo goes into the middle. Because it's curved, he doesn't like standing down there, he likes standing on the rim. So he always walks around there with his bum in there. So it's a great way of keeping it cleaner, keeping his feet cleaner. It's worked fantastically like that. In this design here, I'll just get Buddy out because we're going to change the cardboard. Come on. To pick Buddy up, I touch him on the shins. Sort of touch him on the shins. Come on. And touching him on the shins, he sort of encourages him to step onto my hand. Come on. Come on. You gonna come out? That's it. Okay, up on there. You don't need to sort of hold really carefully for him. If I move, he's very, he'll move and climb up your shirt and stuff like that, so you just don't move too fast, that's all. You can go down and then up, and he'll just flap his wings and climb back up if he's getting out of the angle and stuff like that. And he's quite comfortable. Right. So I've not stitched the bottom of it. It's not too dirty, but I'm going to change it anyway just to show you. Just standard bits of cardboard, and I've not stitched the bottom, and they just slide in the bottom there when I need to replace it. I'll change that as well. You can see bits of blueberry flicked all over the radiator. He can be a bit of a messy eater sometimes. When you feed him too much, he tends to play with his food a little bit more and flick it around a bit. Okay. For well, let's call it the nest, I get 3 sheets of kitchen towel. Okay, I'll put this in first. Like that. Fold the 3 sheets in half. In there. I tuck that underneath there. You can get a bit tangled up in the paper, you can pull things when he's a bit bored. So having things tied down and long enough to be sort of tied down, and it goes over the back there, and then I slide that so it's caught against the back of the cage and it's caught under the front there. And that helps those stay in place until you change them. Then I get 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fold them in half. And that covers the base. It's just a bit tight for this, but it does fit. When you put one of these in, the slaters can't climb up the side because it's slippery. You've got to put enough weight in it. Don't put too little stuff. Put enough weight so when he climbs up on the side, it doesn't flick up. If you don't put enough stuff and it's too light, when he climbs on the side, it can flick up and your slaters and sawdust will go everywhere. That's quite a critical tip for that. And there we go. I do that twice a day. Clean it all out once in the morning. And mid-afternoon sort of thing, or when it's really looking quite bad. Oh, he's just made a mess down my back, haven't you? Yeah, I've got a warm patch on my back. Go back in. Sometimes it's hard to get him in. He's doesn't want to go in. I think he's just fed, so he's quite sleepy. To put him in the cage, he knows he's going in the cage and he'll climb up your arm when you try and put him in. So I block him like this. And then when he sees it, you don't want to go in. Come on. Come on. There we go. In you go. There we go. He's a bit hungry. What I'm feeding him on at the moment is still blueberries. This is day 5, and his behaviour has totally changed from day 1 to day 4. Day 1 to day 4, he wanted to feed himself. He would not. That's typical calling to mum for food. That's feed me talk. And he didn't do that in the first 4 days. And then all of a sudden, on the 5th day, he just recognised me as mum, and he's just totally like feed me all the time. And he's a lot noisier because of it. It's a blueberry, and I have a little tray of mints. I take it out and let it warm up before I feed it to him. You don't want to feed it to him straight out of the fridge with it chilled like that. It's probably not very good for him. I wish I did this in the first few days. It was the first couple of days was very difficult to get him to feed. I think it was just because he was very distraught and missing his mum. Yeah, okay. You're saying hurry up, aren't you? That's all I've got. You can feed in your tray, buddy. You've got food in there. Where's me little? If you take the tray about. Oh, no. That's not what I wanted. You're a little acrobat, aren't you? That's it. Come on. Shake the tray about, and it disturbs all the slaters because they've all been buried, and they'll all come to the surface, and you'll see them and start digging about and feeding himself, and yeah. he's not that hungry. He's got a full tummy. Otherwise he'd be going crazy in there. There's plenty on the surface and he's not touching them, so he's... And there's a habit of feeding like that, have a really good feed, and then he'll sit and actually have a nap. And it's quite a regular pattern after feeding. Okay, there we have it.